Joined by ESPN's Tim MacMahon, the NBA's Christmas slate. Let's get back to that. It dropped today. The Mavericks will close out a packed night against the Utah Jazz. What do you expect to see from this game?
Yeah, all due respect to Rudy Gobert, there's two reasons for this matchup. That's Luka Doncic and Donovan Mitchell, two of the most entertaining young stars in the game.
Absolutely.
Two guys who, these are guys who individually they've accomplished a lot, postseason included, but I would argue the two best players who haven't made deep playoff runs. But these are guys who, Luka in particular has established himself as what I call a Christmas Day player, one of the marquee faces of the league without question.
Oh, and we could see them be playing deeper into the season as those young faces of the league. But as for the opening week of games, we now know that the Mavericks and the Hawks will face off in their season openers. What's the excitement going to be like for that Luka versus Trae?
Yeah, I really think the conversation around that has changed because of Trae Young's success. He is a guy who led his team to the conference finals. And so, the Hawks, not that they ever were apologizing for that draft night deal, but certainly they have no reason to. And now nobody's looking at Trae Young as, ooh, that's the guy the Hawks took instead of Luka Doncic. They are peers. And Trae Young, he's another guy who he proved himself during the playoffs. He's a guy who's going to be, a young talent who's going to be on the league's biggest stages for years to come. And Malik, I'm sure you can relate to that.
Okay. Well, I'll send you the $20 I was supposed to send you in the mail. I really appreciate that. See, I'm already getting you set me up for crap from Richard. This is a lot, Tim, but I appreciate you joining us. I know we're going to see a little burr from you after you've been covering that game, but I'm going to bring that same question back into the studio. I'm going to skip Richard for now, but I'm here with Richard Jefferson and Dave McMenamin. And Richard, I guess I can still talk to you after that. Trae Young and Luka Doncic comparisons, are they ever going to go away? Put your mouth off
No, they're
the
not.
floor.
I was waiting for the highlights to go away. No, I don't think they're ever going to go away. But ultimately, that's just a fabrication of something that allows us to talk about something like how we talk about the 03 draft, and you have Bron and D Wade and Carmelo, Chris Paul. Like, you're always going to talk about draft classes and where they rank. But I think you want to go back to the they talk about Michael Jordan being drafted third and what Portland did. They never talk about the number one pick. They never talk about Hakeem Olajuwon. There was never a mistake there. No, I'm just saying there wasn't a mistake with number one. It was more of that 2-3. And I think the same thing is happening with Luka and Trae, where you're not focused so much on like what was traded or blah, blah. You're like, no, there were two great players in that draft in those slots, and both teams got them.
And it teaches us something about patience, because it did look like during the regular season last year even that it's Luka and then there's Trae. But then Trae had his star term in the playoffs. Yeah. He comes to New York City, comes to Madison Square Garden, the best arena in the world, and has those moments. And he takes a bow, as Malika alluded to earlier in the show. And then Philly, he comes back from down in that series. They didn't really have a prayer to win it, and they have a 26-point comeback. And they have a 17-point comeback, both in the second half, and because of Trae Young.
And don't forget this. There was also a player that was picked number one over all of them, and that was DeAndre Ayton. And DeAndre Ayton goes and has an amazing playoff performance. He's been getting better every single year. And now you're looking at the Phoenix Suns are like, look, Luka's great, but we're okay with what we have right now. So you can't always worry about what's on that other side. You work with what you got, you stick with your decision, and you develop your players. And I think all three teams have done that extremely well.
Well, and Trae Young told me that one of the texts he values most that he got during that postseason run, it was from Devin Booker. And so it's these young guys that it's not necessarily always bad to have those markers. These guys are competitive. They want to push each other in those conversations.
Until they pair up with each other in 6 years and win championships, and then everyone's mad. What are they, friends? Like, what's going on?
What happened? We were getting all these texts. We thought the texts were cute back in the day, and now look, they're a super team.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.